person. How could he be better? He's Frank Skinner. It was a diversion away from real tax rises for ordinary folks.
There may be an element of diversion.
I'll take that as a yes, Diane.
Don't drag me down, Diane. I'm counting on you. You're the idealist in this group.
I know. Compared to these two, I am. Yeah.
Doesn't the amount of money the government, I mean, all governments borrow money beyond our wildest dreams. This one now looks like it's going for a huge record. Doesn't that kind of work? Doesn't it scare you a bit?
Well, I have to say, I mean, I don't want to play the, you know, I grew up in a box in the middle of the road thing, but we used to have a debt lender who used to come to, the money lender who would come to our house. Yeah. And even if my mother didn't pay the electricity or the gas bill, she always paid him. He was quite a scary figure. And I think it is deep in me to be frightened of debt. But I always think that all the sort of aristocratic people I've come to meet in my career are perfectly fine with debt. They owe their tailor thousands of pounds and their club thousands of pounds.
They've used to it.
They don't worry about it. So it feels like a Tory thing rather than a Labour thing to me.
Now, Frank said something that was interesting, that some good things can come out of a recession. But and Frank can get away with that. Also, he caveated it very properly. But when a Tory MP this week said that, he immediately had to rush in and apologise, because there may be some good things. We may be a little bit more green, though I didn't see green mentioned in the budget. But there's more bad than good ever comes out of a recession.
Well, but in the 21st century, we're looking at bringing down levels of consumption and you know, inadvertently, if you like, in a recession, that has to happen. We have to look at saving fuel. We have to look at saving energy. We have to look at saving resources. So I'm not saying a recession is a good thing, particularly...
Oh, go on. Give us a story if you did.
Particularly, I think it's important, and that's what the taxation stuff is about, to structure it so the very poorest are protected.
Okay.
I think it's so strange, the moral, or rather immoral, messages that are coming out of this from the Prime Minister. I mean, the immoral message.
Gordon Brown, immoral.
The immoral message is this: we got into this mess because we spent far too much money and we borrowed far too much money. So my solution, says Gordon Brown, is to cut interest rates and encourage people to go and spend more. So, you know, I quite like Frank's idea that we might all be chastened by this recession. That's not what the politicians are telling us. They're saying the solution is to spend lots of money and borrow more.
I want Frank to have the last word. You going to tighten your belt a bit, Frank?
Well, I might have to, the way things are going. I still think that that it's a global problem. If it's a global problem, then we're all in it together, and it unifies us the way the climate problem unifies us, which is a nice thing, I think. That, you know, it's the planet versus this terrible thing. If it's just Gordon Brown has made a mess for the last 10 years, then that's more depressing. I can't accept that.
You'll have to watch this space to find out.
Oh, I always do.
Frank, it's great to have you on the programme.
It's an honour to be on here. I feel completely out of my depth. It's like when BBC News 24 interviewed that taxi driver accidentally.
But you're not a taxi driver.
No, and I don't know anything about this, but I battled through.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Good
you
to
for
see you.
assisting me.
Now, no sneaking off to bed, because we're going to